Alright, this is my 1986 Ford Mustang SVO. Just a little walk around video to give you an idea of the condition of the car and so on and so forth. So here we go. This thing has not been started in I'd probably say 2 or 3 weeks. The only thing that really bothers me about this car's interior is the front seats. Everything else has been taken out and cleaned again. This thing sat for about 15 or 20 years. So the carpet was nasty. A lot of it was nasty. Found some 15-year-old French fries. But the carpet's all been cleaned. Came out decently nice. It's good enough for me. I was gonna daily drive the car, so everything's been put back in. A lot of fasteners were missing or incorrect. Most of them that I could find were replaced with original Ford hardware. The right stuff went in the right place. So the interior's definitely been gone through. The only thing I really didn't take out was the dash, but otherwise it's all been taken out and either replaced with Ford parts, or I've done the best I could with it. See, the radio's missing. However, I do have a factory radio for it. I plugged it in. It works really nice. I think the front speakers need to be replaced, but that's kind of, a given. Moving on to the outside. She ain't too pretty. Not yet, anyways. Car's originally jalapeno red 2R. It has an Earl Shy, Mako paint job on it, something like that. You can see I took a DA to the roof with some 320 paper, real light, got all the jalapeno red back, and actually on this side over here I polished it, and that original single stage actually shined up. You can see there's some gloss to it. So that's what I started doing to the car. Started taking off this horrible, nasty red, and trying to get it back to that jalapeno. And you can see I got the hood there. This fender was taken too far down originally, and this quarter here had some cracking, which ended up being Bondo in it. That was right here. But that was just kind of to even out that gap there. But otherwise, there's nothing underneath that but bare metal. I just squirted some paint on there just to keep it from rusting. But otherwise, there's nothing hiding under that. That was the same issue I had right here on the hood. There was some cracking. That was just body filler, again, to even out the gap. And to cover up these little holes from some back in the day body work. But otherwise the hood's real nice and straight, closes nice, and the body of the car really is nice and straight. Definitely something you can work with, and either put another Mako paint job on it, put the original jalapeno red on, or do whatever you really want to do. But it's a nice straight car. Everything on the body that you see that's currently off I have. The window trim, the drip rail trim. Come up front here, you see the headlights are off. I have those. It's running nice. Let's see, this fender, there's some jalapeno red under it. Haven't really started messing with this side yet. Still has a sail, still has a bi-wing. It is, however, missing the spats. They were broken. Some jalapeno red under there. You know, we're missing a little Ford badge, but it still has the SVO tail lights. Has some super turbo mufflers welded in, but otherwise still has a cat on it. Coming back to this side, I have that guy right there. I have that piece of trim. I do not have the small body side moldings. Those were missing when I got the car. But for the spats, I do have the brackets that run along here. So if you do end up going the route of getting the aftermarket fiberglass pieces, I do have the metal brackets for the spats. I have the quarter window trim for it. Oh, I have the cowl grate. I have the insert for the hood. It's not broken. You can actually see that right there. Some of the lights. I have some spare lights for it. I'd open that up, but I got the keys in the ignition. Let's take a look at the gauges. This thing, the biggest thing with this car is it has an oil pressure problem. See right now, we're obviously still cool. It's running nice and it's holding oil pressure. But once it gets up to temp, that does drop. I don't know why. I haven't looked into it, but it does seem to lose oil pressure when the car warms up. You know, back in here, most of the SVO stuff is decently nice. The shifter boot's really nice. The e-brake handle's pretty good. I mean, it could use to be re-dyed. However, the shift knob is a core at best. Under this guy, under the cover, the steering wheel, unfortunately, seen its better days. The leather's peeling across the top. That's going to need to be rewrapped. But so you still have the flock dash covers in place. The dash pad, nothing to talk about. It needs to be replaced. Got a nice piece of carpet over it though. Let's see. Let's see if we can focus here. I put a tempo map light in it. The headliner's decent. Got two little guys right there that unfortunately I did. The headliner's perfect when I got it, but you know, it's taking something out and messed up a little bit. That kind of pissed me off. But the interior is actually decently nice. Let's see. Just got some hardware. I just have this thing sitting in here right now because I plan to pull the dash, put the radio in, probably throw a heater core in it, but I haven't got around to that yet. Doors actually shut really nice. One finger. Still has its striker bushings. Car's a clean title. I have a Carfax for it. Being as old as it is, it doesn't show much, but I do believe the mileage on the odometer to be original. Right there, if we can see that. Got an NOS Ford battery cable for it that I'm pretty proud of. Managed to find one of those. Still got the onion head strut mounts. Have that 85.5 and 86 intake. You know, it's a good running car. Runs really nice, but that oil pressure is a problem. It does build boost. The wastegate was stuck closed when I got it. Got that freed up so it doesn't overboost. Has the E6 manifold on it. And I power washed the engine bay when I got it. Now it's nicely coated in red dust from my sanding. I'll hose off. air filter, plugs, wires, oil. You know, the gas was flushed. Everything was changed out before I tried to start it. The heater hoses, flushed the coolant. So, you know, it runs really nice. Unfortunately, it just has that oil pressure issue that's put a damper on this project for me. I got 3 cars I'm dealing with right now. So, I will stop talking and I'm going to post this, and anybody interested is more than welcome to get in contact with me. I have taken a spoiler off. A few of the studs are broken. I fixed those. I've epoxied them back on. The bi-wing is pretty nice. The 2 main studs are broken. Those are epoxied back on. You know, there's obviously going to be a few things I forgot, but I tried to be as thorough as I could. Somebody bring this turbo Ford back. Do it. All right.